sucks because there's water everywhere. I just always land in water, which sucks. Got my confidence going and freaking went, oh no, it's gonna be in here somewhere in the water. There's no way it's not in water. Shit, it's in water. And that probably ruins it. Okay, we turn the battery off. Dry it off as quick as I can. Jesus, that sucks. Well, that sucks. Give it overnight to sit and we'll see if it's trash or not. I don't have DJI Care refresh, so that might have just been a $500 flight to get a replacement. That sucks. It was bound to happen sooner or later. A couple close calls, but I didn't know there was water. So now I've got it all dried off. I'm hoping that it isn't completely toast. There's no damage anywhere to it though. The only thing that I think could possibly be wrong with it is that it got fried electrically because it was upside down in water. So in this video, we're going to not only try this and see if it still works, so make sure you stay to the end, because after we go over the footage and I sort of explain what I was doing, how my confidence sort of got away from me, should have quit while I was ahead, we are going to put a battery in this and together we're going to try and see if this still works. But we're not doing that till the very end of the video, so don't go away. This is about a 6-minute flight, so we're not gonna go through the entire flight together, but I do want to talk to you a little bit about what I was doing, where I was at, and what happened to make the drone do what it did. It's completely my fault, completely user error. And by error, I mean that I just screwed up and hit something. So this place is called Pennsylvania Mine. It's out in the middle of the mountains. It's not that far from my house. And I've done a video showing this mine in way more detail in this card right up there if you want to go look at that and learn more about this. It's a pretty cool place. So I was out there with my son and I just decided to burn, I was going to burn a few battery packs, practicing Acro manual, not even filming for anything. And that's why I didn't film the truck going to the spot, turning it into sort of an adventure video. There are a lot of times that I don't use the videos that I'm out making for YouTube. I'm just out there practicing, having fun, and then going back looking at the footage to see what I did or didn't do and what I can improve. So as you can see in this video, I'm on the back of my truck. I'm taking off in Acro with a double tap of the button, and I'm just gonna go around and fly by this old broken down mine. As I get a little bit better, I get a little closer to things. Maybe not as I'm getting better, but maybe as you could say, as I'm getting more comfortable. So I'm just skimming around, doing a couple flights, sort of getting the feel for the controls, how quickly I can turn, how quickly I can't turn with my comfort level. There's water, as you can see, all over the ground there as we fly over it. You can see it sort of shining with the sun hitting it. I just adjusted, I think, my camera and slowed it down from in the 20s to the angle of give or take 12. I find if I want to go slow by things, getting down to 12 or even lower of an angle helps. So this is my first time that I'm like gonna go through here, and this is horrible. I'm gonna play this back, so just watch this. This is all luck. I mean, look at that, oh my God. How did I survive? Let's rewind that and watch that again in slow motion. So as I've done a couple of passes now, you can see I'm approaching. I've been inside this, walked through it, and I know that there's a gap that I can go through. And so as I'm trying to get a little more comfortable, I realize as soon as I get in there, I should have gone to the right of that beam, and it looked like I was originally trying to go to the left, and I just missed the beam, and then I'm trying to get recorrected and get out that big gap, and I am not gonna make it, and this is where it's insane. Look at this tiny, tiny, lucky spot. I just barely make it through. Insane. I don't know how I made it through that. And look at this, there's another thing with nails on it and everything. How did I survive that? I'd like to tell you it was all skill, but it definitely wasn't. So after my butt finished clenching up, I kept flying. I got my bearings and just sort of kept it a little bit away from things for just a little bit and continued flying around just to practice turning faster and getting closer to the trees and things like that. It's a really cool place to fly FPV. Nobody's really there to bother you, and that is huge. So you can tell that I'm actually staying pretty far away from everything for a little bit here as I kept just getting my bearings back, and I decided to fly up to the second tower or bit of the old rundown mine. Now I've also got my angle of the camera probably set a little higher again so I could get up that incline of the mountain, And I think once I got up there, I probably angled it down if I recall, so I can go a little slower by that stuff, but I didn't have the nerve to fly through that one. I have actually tried to do that with my old Mini 2 and ate crap going through a window on that. That video is linked there if you missed that crash. And I knew today I didn't have time to drive up there to get to that actual site. So if I crashed, I just really didn't have the time. So I thought it would be pretty cool to just sort of skim over the trees and come down, which is what you're watching now. I think this would have looked cooler if I had angled the camera a little more so that I was really cruising faster down there, but I didn't. So maybe next time if it's not broken. So after a couple more passes, I'm getting a little more confident, getting a little closer to the torn down wood and all that stuff, thinking, maybe I can fly through that bottom section, not thinking that it was full of water. Anytime I've been to this place, there's never been water in that bottom section before, so it was not something I thought about or that I thought could even be a possibility. So I think right about here is where I'm thinking, okay, you know what, I could probably get through that. I didn't notice those reflections right there. I should have noticed those. Now I turn here and I go in, and oh my God, right here I hit a beam at the top and I'm up for a second, then it hits the water and I'm up, and then it just falls out of the sky. So let's slow that down and do that step by step. So as I'm flying in, I'm making a left. I should have had a straight shot right there. I think I noticed the water at that point possibly, but here I went too high, and you see those wooden beams right there? Yep. But it definitely hit something that was hanging down from above it, it looks like, right about here. And that knocks it down, turns it sideways, I'm disoriented. Oh, hits another pole, I didn't notice that. Goes down, and it looks like it definitely hits the water. Yep, oh, it's in the water. You can see right there. Oh, it's in the water. It's splashing water up everywhere. Oh my gosh. Then it goes back up. The gimbal pointed like straight up, so at this point, and does it hit this other beam? Yes, and when it hit that other beam, that was it. In hindsight, I wish that I would have just hit the pause button or thrown it in normal mode so that it would have just hovered after that first impact instead of trying to correct it and think, oh, I can correct it and fly out on my own. Obviously, hey, shut the fuck up. Obviously I couldn't, but if I had thrown it in normal mode or clicked that pause button, it would have hopefully just hovered in place and not gone down to hit the water. And really, that's all I can think of. That's the only thing I should have really done. Because if you want to improve, you got to take chances. You got to fly closer to things. You got to look for different gaps. If you don't try, you'll never improve. So that's what I'm out doing when I'm not filming. And I'm bummed I didn't film because my initial reaction when that happened was probably pretty good. Now I don't have DJI Care Refresh, so if this doesn't start back up, I don't know how much they're going to charge me. I've made tons of videos showing you guys how this is still my favorite drone. This is what I fly 90% of the time now. It's brought the fun back for me, and I have tons of other drones up there, all the way from custom builds, FPVs, to little Tiny Hawks, to Mavic Air 2s, to Skydios, and all kinds of other drones. Yet the one I always bring with me is my case that has this and my Mini 2. I guess this is gonna be the time that tells us if I'm screwed or not. Let's grab the stuff, head outside, plug a battery in, and see what happens. Now this is the Lycus bag that you've probably seen me do a whole lot of videos on. I'm gonna be doing a giveaway for one of these soon. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, I'd recommend doing that so you don't miss that video. It will be sometime over the summer. There's the battery that was in it. So it has lights, that's promising. I see no damage at all on this thing. I hope I've let it dry out long enough. Here in Colorado, it is such a dry climate. I mean, you can leave a wet towel out and it's dry within a couple hours. And I am going to put the battery that was in it because I want to see if that works. Oh, let's see. Plugged in. Here we go. Power. Okay. Holy crap, it's doing something. It's trying to connect. It's trying to connect. Are you kidding me? Am I this lucky? Oh please, oh please, oh please. I'm hearing beeps and things, but I see a weird light still blinking on the drone. It hasn't connected yet. Wait. Oh my God. Everything is showing. Oh my God. You're kidding me. It hasn't got any satellites yet. We're gonna do a test flight as soon as it shows. 5 satellites, 5 satellites, 5. 5. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Are you kidding me? Is this little thing really this big of a beast? We've got the SD card in. I'm gonna take it off in sports mode. You're gonna hear some dogs barking because the dogs they drive me freaking crazy. Mine barks, theirs barks, everybody barks at each other and they just won't shut up. Let's turn it on. Okay, let's do it around the yard real slow first. Okay, we got 11 satellites. We're just in normal mode. I'm just gonna go around my yard. Make sure that nothing goes crazy. I'm just taking it real slow, just in case it falls or whatever. It's in my own yard, right? Dogs. I told you we'd have dogs. Ugh. They're the little fuckers. Look at them. I think they're tough, but they're not. They're little. What little pains in the ass. Let's see what happens if I throw it in manual. So far so good. Let's not go over anybody's houses. We're just gonna do a quick little flight. And hopefully we'll stay away from the water. And this is the neighborhood. Low battery return to home, cool. Well, so far so good. I'm shocked. I am absolutely shocked right now. This thing still works. I really thought it was gonna be toast. Oh, there's a bird. Everything seems to be working. And one of the coolest things about the Avata is taking the goggles off, throwing it in normal mode, and bringing it in and landing it, just like that. It's a loud little bee, isn't it? I don't know what to say, but I would like to know if you've had a drone, whether it be the Avata or anything else, that landed in water, did it work again? And did you have issues in the future because of it? I gotta say, the Avata is one tough little cookie, and the more I fly it, the more it's growing on me and making me not touch my custom builds or any of my other drones. You can fly it pretty much just like a regular camera drone, which I'm gonna be putting together a video soon showing you how it emulates with its digital stabilization and horizon lock the way a camera drone pretty much works. And if you're curious what other videos I've got in the works, I am working on a video about Nintendo World, Super Nintendo World in LA at Universal Studios, as well as the VIP experience at Universal Studios. A video of me going back and visiting my old house I grew up in Texas that does have some pretty cool drone footage. It's sort of where I started doing these drone videos for YouTube. So make sure you stay tuned to the channel for that bag giveaway, and I appreciate you watching. Hopefully you're as excited as I am that my Avata is not in the toilet. So until the next one, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.